To fulfill his personal desire, a man shot his own aunt with a love arrow. That red arrow slowly melted into her body, and the next moment, his hacking aunt jumped on him. The man's name is Akira, who has been an orphan since childhood and lives with his aunt. But his aunt and uncle would beat him every day and would not even give him food. His little siblings would also often hit and scold him. Akira lost his will to live. He went to the roof to do something irresponsible, but just as he was falling rapidly, a beautiful angel caught him. Akira's life was filled with so much sorrow that the gods chose him as a candidate. While Akira was still stunned, the angel gave him a gift. First, she gave Akira angel wings like hers. Then in the angel's hand appeared a cupid arrow. Whoever got struck by this red diamond arrow would fall deeply in love with the shooter. Akira wore the angel wings and enjoyed flying for the first time. Looking down at the beautiful city from the sky, Akira said, "Freedom is beautiful." Then the angel suddenly revealed a secret. It turned out that his parents did not die in an accident but were murdered by his aunt and uncle. Filled with rage, Akira immediately decided to go back and take revenge. Seeing his aunt sitting on the sofa, Akira took out the cupid's arrow and shot it directly at her. The next moment, his gaunt aunt transformed. In a beguiling manner, she moved towards him, resembling a serpent. Akira, with a strong push, shoved her away and demanded to know the reason behind his parents' demise. At that moment, his uncle emerged, disturbed by the commotion, and started accusing his spouse. It soon came to light that they orchestrated the death of Akira's parents for the inheritance. They meddled with the vehicle, which led to the tragic accident. Their decision to take Akira in was a scheme to claim a hefty insurance payout. In a state of collapse, Akira cursed them both and asked why they didn't die. Hearing this, his aunt took a knife and ended her own life. The angel explained that this was the effect of Cupid's arrow. Whatever Akira said, his aunt would obey unconditionally. Shocked, Akira saw blood on the floor and couldn't believe everything. 3 days passed in a blink. Angel Nasai encouraged Akira to recover. She said she came here to make him happy. Nasai was a special grade angel, but Akira said he couldn't be happy because he had no money left. At that moment, Nasai encouraged him to kill his uncle and take back his rightful money. When Nasai gave Akira the red diamond, she also gifted him a white diamond. The function of the white diamond is to cause a 100% violent death. Seeing Akira's weakness, the angel decided to tell him the truth. Right now, there are 13 candidates in the world who are inheriting the position of God. Each candidate has a personal angel next to them. The next god will... Akira must vie against the other 12 contenders to be selected. Akira had to fight a 3-year battle, but he did not want to become a god. His plan was to use the red arrow to control his uncle and make him confess his crimes. But reality didn't give him time to execute his plan. At that moment, Akira saw a man on TV with an angel. This man became a hot topic and was being interviewed because he had attracted 3 top female celebrities. He quickly deduced that he must have used the Cupid arrow on these women to manipulate them for his pleasure. But before Akira could take any action, someone else noticed him. It was Ikaruga, one of the 13 candidates. While the man was enjoying his happiness, Ikaruga suddenly shot him with a white arrow. The man instantly lost his life. Seeing this, Akira was shocked. Realizing that the battle among the candidates to become god had begun and he might be the next to die, he started feeling scared. Akira then saw a news report on a big screen. A bank had been robbed and the police were struggling to handle the situation. The entrance was heavily guarded with a standoff between hostages and robbers. Suddenly, Ikaruga descended from the sky and declared himself a savior. He then confidently entered the bank and killed the robbers with a white arrow. Everything happened so rapidly that the onlookers couldn't even react. But Akira knew the truth. Ika was posing as a hero doing justice, but in reality he was a candidate vying to inherit God's position. By now, 2 of the 13 candidates had lost their lives. Akira did not want to die soon, so he left Nasai at home and started his journey alone. That day when Akira reached the school gate, he was startled by feathers falling from the sky. He picked up a feather and looked up to see an angel in the sky. Despite wanting to keep his identity hidden, Akira was recognized by the angel, but the unexpected thing was, It turned out that the proprietor of the angel was Hana, his friend from childhood days. Barely had Akira registered this when Hana loosed an arrow in his direction. No sooner had it flown than Akira was declaring his affection for Hana. Unbeknownst to him, he had fallen prey to a snare laid by Hana's celestial guardian, who never meant to cause any real harm to Akira. However, she didn't realize that even without the arrow, Akira would have fallen in love with her because he had secretly loved her for the past 5 years. With the help of Cupid's arrow, Akira finally fulfilled his desire, touched Hana's hand, and initiated the alliance with Hana's 712 followers. But he didn't know it was all part of Hana's guardian angel's plan. Akira inadvertently exposed his identity to Hana, and she, along with an accomplice, planned to strip him of all his skills because Hana's guardian angel was very low level. She only had the Cupid's arrow and didn't intend to kill Akira. The eye was on Madra's white diamond and flying wings. That's why he persuaded Akira to collide with Ikaruga, who was recently on a killing spree. No matter who won, his guardian angel would benefit. But when everything was going as planned, Akira's angel Nasai suddenly arrived. With one look, Nasai saw through Hana and her angel's scheme. They did not know that this male angel had been demoted to the lowest rank of angels in the celestial realm because of his decisive failings. This demotion had given the male angel an arrow skill, making him embarrassed and angry. He wanted Akira to drive away without any explanation, but Akira was not ready to leave. Nasai quickly explained that even without the Cupid arrow, Akira's love for Hanako remained. To test Akira's sincerity, the male angel bound him for 33 days as the Cupid arrow only lasted for 33 days. During these 33 days, Akira's genuine feelings could be verified. Although she couldn't see it, she herself freed Akira from the bonds. As Nasai had said, Akira's love for Hanako had not waned. Just then, Ikaruga's voice was suddenly broadcast on TV. He had planned a way to draw more candidates out of hiding under the guise of a football match. To avoid revealing their identities to Ikaruga, Akira and Hana intentionally did not bring their angels. They wanted to see what was happening. When the event unfolded, it went just as foretold. Two contenders clad in matching armors abruptly appeared beside him. The one in cerulean armor launched a Cupid arrow towards Ikaruga, yet an unexpected scene arose. The red gemstone did not penetrate Ikaruga's armor, which suggested he could have been struck by someone else's red gemstone previously. Since red gemstones did not accumulate and the wielder had to endure another 33 days before it could take effect again, shortly after, the authentic Ikaruga was displayed on the large screen. At this moment, two armed men were trying to provoke Ikaruga to reveal himself. Just then, a little girl arrived wanting to join the two armed men, but suddenly Ikaruga appeared and hit the girl. He shot a Cupid arrow at the girl and began mocking the armed brothers. After exhausting his taunts, Ikaruga suddenly vanished. Just as the brothers were ready to react, Ikaruga reappeared and began attacking them. The little girl, thinking she had saved herself by joining Ikaruga, was very naive. Seeing this sight, Akira decided to save the girl, but Nasai suddenly appeared and stopped him from rushing into action. By then, Ikaruga's diamond had already been aimed at the little girl. When Akira and Hana returned home, they were both deeply immersed in self-blame when an idea came to Hanako's mind to seek help from other candidates and plan together to end. Moments later, an unfamiliar figure made an approach. Both Akira and Hana took note at once. They removed their weapons and proceeded with caution. However, the designated recipient discerned the man's purpose and approached him for verification, only to discover his honesty. Nasai invited the man to his abode. As they became acquainted, they came to know the man's name. Suffering from terminal cancer, his prognosis from medical professionals was bleak, estimating a mere 3 months of life. But recently, he found himself selected by a celestial being of great beauty. Initially resigned to his fate, the prospect of ascending to divinity rekindled his will to live. and the disease might be over, he found hope. Tears welled up in his eyes as he looked at the picture of his wife and daughter. He knew he couldn't go like that, so he accepted Angel's offer and became a candidate for godhood. But things were not so easy as the selection was 999 days and he had to complete with 12 other candidates. Now, when I do this, as a powerful person has come forward, he understood that no matter what he does, he will become a god, will not linger. Hence, he ceased all futile medical interventions and employed the angelic wings and Eros arrows to exert influence over a wealthy individual, bestowing a substantial legacy upon his kin. Aware that his transgressions disqualified him from divine ascension, he resolved to dedicate his final days to acts of significance. The emergence of E's ailment only reinforced his resolve, yet he acknowledged the impossibility of conquering E's ailment single-handedly. Consequently, he sought out another divinely chosen to join his cause. I thought of forming an alliance with it. He hired 14 detectives using Cupid's arrows. He asked them to find potential candidates on the football field. That's when he saw Akira and Hana cook. When he saw their photos, he realized that they were both good people. That is why he went to them without an invitation and offered an alliance. After hearing this, Akira made a condition. She hoped Mr. Chichido would continue his treatment, not give up his will to live for his family and children. A fashion designer. To hide his true identity, he designed a set of armor for Akira and Hanako. After understanding his skills, Chido said goodbye to him. In the meantime, he looked at the 3 extra sets of equipment in Ikuroga's direction with concern. Suddenly, an idea arose in his mind that he should take advantage of the privilege of God and fulfill the special needs of others. The next day, he asked his friend about his wish. Her friend told Usually, make all the next women in the world disappear. After listening to this witch, Ikuroga felt that this is a good idea. His friend had no idea how many innocent lives could be lost because of this useless remark. Soon news reports came in which it was told that a teenage criminal is still roaming and murdering many girls. He was the first person to realize something was wrong. He asked Angel if Angel's wings and Cupid's arrows could be given to the common people. Angel confirmed to him, it might be possible, but it will cost a life. Soon, the criminal's photo was released online. His name was Miso, a beautiful girl who was a popular internet model 2 years ago. Her arrest caused a lot of uproar and some claimed to have seen her disappear instantly when she escaped. Chichido was convinced that it was the work of angel wings helping her vanish. During this time, Miso was playing in her room with a girl. Due to their noise, Ikar got impatient and interrupted them. Miso saw Ikuroga and immediately attacked him. It was clear that she was controlled by the red diamond. Seeing this scene, Ikuroga just told him to end it quickly. The next moment, Miso picked up a knife and started moving towards the girl. At that moment, others were also discussing. Ikuroga possessed 3 sets of angel wings and red diamonds which he could give to common people. But the condition was they had to get hit by the red diamond or they would become uncontrollable. Those who received these powers had 33 days to use the angel wings and red diamond. Over the course of those 33 days, homicide was permissible. And Ikuroga's objective was to uncover divine aspirants who aspired to halt Miso, seizing the chance to eradicate them. Chichido, enraged by the clear menace posed by Miso, could not let such a treacherous individual roam free. Confronted with this mass murderer preying on young females, his immediate response was to desire Miso's demise. The sole option remaining was enabling Akira to go into hiding. Upon Ikuroga's arrival, Akira would eliminate him utilizing the white diamond. Although the strategy was sound, Akira was not prepared to end a life. Chichido informed Akira that should they fail to terminate Ikuroga's existence, it would be he who would end theirs, justifying it as self-preservation. Yet, Akira declined to extinguish any life with the white diamond. Witnessing Akira's hesitance and renunciation, he realized further discussion was futile and departed to devise an alternate plan. Subsequently, the following day's broadcast announced Miso's latest victim. Another young female had fallen. Body was found on top of a tower in the city center. This time he couldn't stay silent. He immediately grabbed a suitcase and went to Akira. They were surprised to see guns and bullets in the suitcase. God's rules say a god candidate can use another weapon. Akira said that if they resorted to such methods, they would also be murderers. Just then, the news reported another murder by Miso. Another girl's body was found on top of the tower, and Miso seemed to be mid-air as though she was sleeping. This scene shocked everyone as it was another provocation. Shichido quickly made a battle plan. He decided to confront Miso. As a precaution, if Ikarunga arrived, Akira would use the white diamond from the shadow to kill him. Both quickly put on their combat suits and headed towards the tower where I rested. Meisho was engaged in online shopping. The arrival of the cheetahs, harmless, thrilled him while Akira found a place of concealment, preparing for a clash. It was all according to Ikaruga's scheme. With a button press, the tower was demolished in an instant. What was Akira's next move on the ice-covered stand? By then he noticed that the city gate had been blown away by the explosion. Immediately, Akira leaped and caught him mid-air. Shichido reassured him of his well-being, attributing it to his army's unique resistance abilities. But soon after, Karunga pursued him, with White Diamond advancing in his direction. Together, Akira and Ika stood united to fight off the ailment. Ikaruga, realizing he was outmatched, revealed his backup plan, the detonation of explosives he had planted downtown. Akira was appalled at the thought of an innocent life being taken, and in that critical instant, she couldn't control it. Seeing the opportunity, he took out a handgun and started firing a lot at Ikarog. Akira also took advantage of this opportunity and attacked. But when Akira saw Ikaruga's face under marks, she hesitated for a moment. This hesitation gives this crook a chance to escape.